I'm excited to show you 2 ways to make a butterfly drawing. The supply list will be at the end of the post. First way will be a simplified version with no shading. I'm going to start with a pencil and I'm going to make a grid to put the wings in just to make it easier to make them even. So do make it as even as you can, but it doesn't have to be perfect. But a butterfly is a mirror image, meaning that it has 2 sides that are opposite of each other, but they look alike. So in our simplified drawing, we're going to start by making the butterfly's body in the center. So we're going to draw a head, a second part of the body, and a third part of the body. You can draw this all in one piece if you would like to. Now we'll draw the wings. It's going to start right below the head on the top body section, and it's going to go out into this top quadrant and come back around, and it'll actually go outside of it a little bit, but like this. So it's basically a triangle shape with a little bit of a dip in this side. Okay, not exactly triangle, I know that, but I'm trying to give you an idea. The second part is going to go down in this section. All right, so it's kind of right in the center. It's almost like a teardrop shape. You can make these more pointy. You can make them come out further if you'd like. You can just have fun with that. Now we said the wings are a mirror image, so we're going to draw the other set of wings and do the same thing on the other side, but the opposite direction. And you can do yours in a pencil if you'd like to start with. Okay, you can see it's not exactly the same, but it's very similar. And then we're going to make this teardrop shape down below here. Again, not exact, but very close. Let's draw some designs on the inside of the wing. This is going to be a simplified version, more like a coloring book type of butterfly drawing. So we're going to make it very simple and fun on the inside, and then we can draw any shapes that we would like inside of here. You could just draw lines out, or you could draw polka dots. I'm going to draw some little rectangles here, and whatever I do on that side, I'm going to do on this side as well. Lines or teardrop shapes, even hearts if you would like to for fun. And I'm making this butterfly up. This is not a real butterfly picture that I'm making here. Finishing details is adding some antennae. You can draw a little face on there if you'd like to. I'm going to leave mine plain. And there I'm done with my black line 2D, two-dimensional butterfly that's kind of like a coloring book page. And you can have fun coloring this. Lastly, I'm going to erase my grid lines. Those were very helpful to make my butterfly more even as I made the mirror image. Our second butterfly drawing is going to be done with pencil and will be a little more detailed. It'll be more 3D, three-dimensional, as we'll be drawing more details as well as shading the butterfly. So I'm going to use the same grid method that I did on our first butterfly drawing. Now I'm going to be drawing a butterfly that is more realistic, and I think it's called a blue morpho butterfly. This is going to be the center body sections, and this is a shorter bodied butterfly, and I'll be shading those in later. So I'm doing a sketching method, so you can see that I'm kind of making short lines with my pencil, not one continuous line. Secondly, I'll be drawing this top wing. This one makes a large curve and then has a ruffled edge, which is really pretty, and then comes almost straight in to the body of the butterfly. The lower section is still kind of a teardrop shape, but it has these ruffles on the bottom. Now I'm not counting these ruffles to make them perfect like the original blue morpho butterfly. So that's a little bit different than the simple butterfly we did earlier. Now we get to do the mirror image of the wing. They look the same, but they're opposite directions. So this one's going to curve up and around, and we're going to try to make it about the same place on the grid and attaching about the same place on the body. And it's going to go up over the top edge of the grid, outside the edge, ruffle down, straight in. Not perfect, but similar. That's what we're looking for. So don't be hard on yourself, and you'll get better at it the more you practice. So we're going to come down, make our little ruffled edges, and then we're going to come back and in. You know what? I'm going to correct this here because I want it to go in, bump, and come back. Kind of like that one. I don't know if you can see that little bump on both sides. Okay, we've got the mirror image now of the wing, and I'm pretty happy with that. If you have to erase and try again, that's fine. So let's do some decorations inside of the wing. This butterfly has a ridge around the wing that's heavier on the top, light on the sides, and it has a little bit on the bottom as well. So I'm going to start with this wing and do this little bit of edging. Now the bottom has a small ridge around here and a wider ridge over here. So I'm going to actually do the wider part first, and then it gets narrow, almost like it makes each of these little ridges darker here. So it's very simple. The center section of the wing is pretty much a solid color blue on this butterfly, but there's some little small section dividers, almost like a stained glass window. But it does have a large of a teardrop section to the inside on the top wing. And then it has some little compartments that go out from that, and I'm going to just draw them as lines outward. Try to do the same thing up over here. So I'm going to start right here and go up to the edge of this larger bump, second one, a third one, a fourth one, and then a very low one here. See how I'm matching where I start on the inside of the wing and kind of matching where it ends right here. And you know what? I'm going to go ahead and erase this grid line because it's going to get me mixed up. We'll erase all of those grid lines later. Now I'll do the same thing on the bottom one. It has lines that go down and out mostly. There's no teardrop like this. Has one that starts here and makes a bump and comes down. And I'm going to do the same thing on the opposite side. And there's a line that comes out from here, out from here. See how I'm starting in about the same place, ending in about the same place. And it has a final one that goes over here and over here. You can get a picture online of whatever butterfly you'd like to make. And you're going to change those shapes of each part of the wing to match the butterfly that you would like to make. A monarch or whatever you would like. We are going to end by making some details on here, like the antenna. The body's got a little bit more of a pointed end like this. I'm looking at the top part of the butterfly downwards where I can't see the legs underneath. Now I'm going to go ahead and erase the rest of my grid lines. Oh, that turned out nicely, didn't it? I'm hopeful that you are pleased with yours as well. Now to make this look a little more real and 3D, as if it has dimension to it, we are going to do what's called shading. Now I'm going to turn my pencil a little bit to the side, and often I'll be using the side of my pencil lead instead of the point of it. We're going to look at the butterfly and decide where it is darker. This edge, this top edge is darker, and most of this edging part is dark. These lines are dark, so you can go over those, make them darker. The harder you press your pencil, of course, the darker it will be. There are special drawing pencils that will make even a darker color. This is just the kind of pencil you probably have that you use at school. Now, this is a little bit lighter. It's still a darker color, but it's more of a brown color instead of a black. So I'm going to lighten up right here, except on the inside edge. It's still kind of dark. So you will change this to look like your butterfly type. You will shade in the areas that are darker and lighten up a little bit on the parts that are not quite as dark using the side of your pencil lead. And it's a mirror image, so I'm trying to make them look similar. So you can see I'm not drawing hard lines like these lines. I'm using the edge of the pencil so it covers more area as I shade, and it makes a smooth, even, fairly even color. Now, the butterfly wing, all of it, is a blue color. So I can't, with a pencil in black and white, I can't make blue. But on each of these little sections, it has like little lines on it, but I'm kind of making the area have some texture. Even though this is blue, you're trying to find a way to shade it that makes the blue, this area that's blue, look lighter than the black part. See how I'm not coloring it as heavily? And this section has what looks like almost like little stripes on it. And this section is not very dark blue. It's the lightest part of the blue. So I'm going to hardly even color that at all. Okay, then I'll come down below here and do the same thing. These lines go from the center down the wing section. It's a little bit darker right on this outside edge. The blue gets a little darker. So I'm going to come back and make a little more shading towards the outside edge of the wing. And it does that at the top wing as well. So we're trying to do with black and white, we're trying to kind of trick our eye into thinking that would be a color if we saw it in the real butterfly. I haven't done the body yet, and I can't really see much on the body except a black color. So I'm going to color the outside edge quite heavily with my black, so it's similar to this black outline. And then I'm going to shade in the body so you can still see a little bit of dimension there. The last thing that we get to do is use our finger to do just a little bit of blending. There's a special tool for this, but I don't have one right now, so I'm just going to use my finger. I think this is the most fun part, but I want to just kind of gently put my finger over the shaded pencil, and it will smear it, it will smudge it a little bit to make it look a little more like it's a constant color. I kind of put my finger down and keep my hand up, because if I rub with my hand, it will also smudge and it will bring the pencil lead out onto the white part of the paper. So I can do a little bit of erasing if that happens and clean that up a little bit, but we don't want to get it all over our picture. Now at any point I could have switched and gone to my colored pencils and made this a colored drawing. It's a little harder once I've done my shading with pencil lead. It's a little harder to come back in with color. Start with a light blue, and I'm going to kind of use my pencil in the same direction that I did my lines of my shading. I'm only going to use a couple colors of blue, but with your colored pencils you can layer color upon color, which is really fun. So unfortunately, since I'm putting this blue on top of the shading, it's looking a little more, I would call it muddy than I would like it to if it was on white paper. Then I come back and I use my darker blue, and it's darker towards the outside edge of the wings. So I'm not coloring the whole thing dark blue, just adding some color on the outside edge. And then we're going to have to grab our black and go over some of this outside edge and those inside lines so they pop out a little more. I'm doing this at the end so that they don't smudge. I'm doing it after the blue. Now the butterfly you choose to draw may be completely different colors with a completely different design. Now something about this butterfly that is interesting, just a little edge of black here, and then inside of that is a brown color. So I'm switching to a brown to do this wide edge. Now you can see that my butterfly is not just perfect. If I had not done my shading on this, the colors would be a little bit more vivid. But I wanted to show you how to shade the butterfly and do it in black and white first. I should have drawn a second butterfly, I guess. And there's a couple little edges here of brown. We need to get that body section. I'll draw dark. I'm going to use the black. It looks almost solid black when I looked at the picture. 2 ways to make a butterfly drawing. For more great craft ideas, come on over to welcometonanas.com and join the fun.